put this one in favor of Team Vitality.
For the love of the
I
game,
think
Harry.
after their performance in that first map, the map pick of ENCE, I think that's with good reason. Dust 2 is a real proving ground for the Vitality boys. Early on, Alu opening up with a double out here at long, and he does have support from 2 more players. This leaves Masuta trapped at the blue bin, and Alu cements his 3rd kill as a result. Apex and RPK left trickling in behind in a 2-on-5. They're going to try and change the avenue of approach. They look to get out over here towards this B site. Still a man here. Still Yampi lying in wait. And he's got a date with Destiny.
Yeah, good reaction from Yampi. He pushed lower, but he realized that Vitality was going for a mid to B, so he had to double back. He gave them the plant, but he won't give them the round. ENCE coming in for the retake, and things are swift and simple for this CT side. And that's exactly where I wanted ENCE to start as well, right? We talked about that double AWP factor back on Mirage. ENCE, they only played like 5 rounds in that second half, so we didn't really get to see the double AWP more than once or twice. So now, at least early in the CT side, we got a bare minimum of those 15 rounds getting played. Plenty of chances for Yampi and Alu to really run the board here. Oh, but Vitality, they did this exact same thing versus NIP yesterday. The second round forced by with 3 rifles. Alu's got the AWP, man, early on. 4 kills in the pistol has poised him for this AWP in the second round of the game. You don't always see that come through, and obviously the risk is the lack of head armor, but the reward, well, I shouldn't have to tell you that. It's pretty clear. Vitality playing a slow round here around the rifles, waiting for RPK and ZywOo to find some success. Obviously, Masuta and Apex, who dropped these AK-47s over, are left to just Deagles with no armor either. So they can either be sent in first as, you know, essentially bait, so Vitality can trade, or they can try and stay alive and let the rifles do their bidding, so that these Deagles can come alive in the post plant. We'll see where Vitality want to take these Ts. Up towards the catwalk right now. A re-smoke has come down from Sunny. He's got a grenade poised and an SMG. He'll likely just take a shot and drop off towards CT. Let Alu do the main work up from the car side of things. Vitality, they're really not rushing this A-bomb site. They are taking their sweet, sweet time to get in control, to get in position. And they may not even go at all. Looking tempted for a bit of a mid play as well. The bomb is on Cat, 2 in mid for Vitality, getting info, trying to work out where that rotate player is, where that mid player is. They're going to smoke mid to B, actually forces Sunny off. He doesn't even get a chance to fire, and he's missed all the information. It's a fake, it's an A commitment. ZywOo getting flashed up. This is Alu's time to shine.
It certainly is. In with the first. Looking for a little bit more, but it's actually going to be RPK to put up this first kill, or second kill in the round rather, finding that equalizer and allowing the bomb plant to come through in this force buy for Vitality. Now the retake is on. ENCE 4-on-4 and Yampi getting up through the ramp. No one is ready for a player to be this deep, and so Yampi could tear this whole round apart. A nice deeg from Apex, and Yampi still concealed in this smoke. Gets real close, real personal. And ZywOo, he takes it personally as well and does trade for his IGL. Alu's left to run for the hills, and the force fight for Vitality yields them results. Alu spotting the elbow of Shocks. They're not going to take this AWP out of his hands just yet.
Yeah, yet though being the key word, because look at RPK. He is ready to play, and he's going to get that AWP for free. Might even be able to pick it up. It fell down into the suicide area. So yeah, nice little upgrade there for ZywOo. He will not be complaining about the second round AWP. And right there is the danger of the second round AWP, because you're giving it away to your opponents with a faster round, with those pistols coming into success. I mean, it is mainly the rifles, of course, for Vitality that were forced, but now it's the force coming from ENCE as their money has been drained. Alu on the scout. We got pistols elsewhere. So we're watching mid late. He deals with that scout nice and early. Yampi's close B, attempted to push with Sergey as well. This is quite a duo as well. Yampi and Sergey playing a bomb site together. I'm standing for these two. And they can't stand being left on B here. They're going to get aggressive. They cleared this out. ENCE actually have no one on the A site. They're double mid right now, and so this is essentially a retake or a save for ENCE. Shocks needs to be careful, but he's got his wits about him. Turns around for one. Aerial trades. That's an AK. That's a save. Aerial will get away. The other 2 players can either play bodyguard or can try and assist and get some more kills, take some more guns away. They're going to group up together in the spawn. Yampi's found the scout for the body of Alu, and things are okay for ENCE, but it's still going to be Vitality taking the 2-1 lead. ENCE making do with what they've got. Sergey playing a bit of footy in his off time. Right now, the balls are well and truly in Vitality's court as they keep this AWP standing tall. I heard you like ecos, Harry. We have another one.
Yeah. You know, they're nice, Hugo. They're always good, but you know, we can see that with the AK held forward, and you know, players holding onto the deegs and armor and things like that. You know, this little round here isn't as much of a walk in the park as it usually is for Vitality. This isn't going to be like an easy guaranteed third, not with shots like that coming in from Alu. That's a nice long little kill feed there.
I've seen better.
Could always be better, Alu. But still, pretty cool nonetheless, right? Aerial looking down into the lower tunnels from the top this boost. Now, there's no one here for Vitality. But this round is already scary, right? Like, you've lost Zywoo, you're a man down. There is still weapons on the side of ENCE. And if this scout's able to get like a couple of tags off, right, and soften these players up, then this round can still spiral out of control for Vitality.
But Shox has picked up the all parry, and I always love watching Shox on the AWP, right? Zywoo, of course, you know, not discrediting him, but when he does die, when Shox is low and we see Bogdan's Law come into effect, it's always a good bit of entertainment here for Vitality. So let's see what he can do with it. He's got the bomb on his back, and the T's are making their way out long. Here's the flank for Sergey. It's not being covered, not yet. Apex is playing timing in the spawn, but he's watching the B push right now, so Sergey has a window. Unfortunately, he's missed that window. It's shut as Apex comes back to this position. He might get heard running towards long, and that could be info Sergey uses against him. Yeah, he definitely heard that. And now he can come in and try and backstab as he knows Vitality of 4-man committed to this site. The B rotate coming off the back of that info as well. That's a really safe play by Sergey with a man advantage. And now Aerial with the AK looks to make things painful for Vitality. He gets one. Shox trades, holding the backline as well. And he's ready in time for Sergey. Great shot. Boost up can come from Yampy, but that's spam. And the Molotov and the grenade. Oh my, Vitality throw everything and the kitchen sink into CT spawn. And well, ENCE, they've sunk deep in this round. It's just Alu. And he's going to get crouch peeked by Shox. 4 kills on the AWP. I said I wanted to see it, Harry, and boy, does it do it justice. Shox coming alive. It's just, what can you do? What can you do there? Look at that round for ENCE. That is a shambles. Very unfortunate stuff with the grenades coming into spawn and Vitality. Well, now they've finally got at least a challenge on their hands. ENCE on a buy round. It's been back-to-back force ecos here for ENCE. So fast play out long for Mizuta. He had the spawn. He beats the molly. And I don't know if Sunny's realized that he's tucked behind the bins.
Is just being so patient. His patience wears thin, and he will deal with Sunny over here at long. Slow down for Vitality. They wait patiently, expecting these kills to get delivered. And Apex, his crosshair was in the right place to the point where, like, I don't even think he realized he had that kill locked in, but he does just snatch it away. Sergey comes in with his attempt to keep this in the advantage of ENCE, but it does leave one man and one man only in this A site. Sergey immediately shut down, or not Sergey, rather. It's actually Alu. I just can't read, Hugo. I do it by pictures, and when we're not watching the person, it's very hard for me to know. But right now, I know we're on Sergey. I recognize that beautiful face anywhere. He's going to try and hold on to this M4. But the rest of Vitality might come shutting him down. That's Shox right there. I can see that now, thanks to the picture, Hugo. Mizuta, one by one, we could go through them. RPK, how could you forget that cheeky, charming, devilish smile?
Were you more about novels or colouring books as a kid, Harry?
Pardon?
Were you more about novels or colouring books as a kid? I could kind of guess.
Novels are pretty cool. Like, I like the way, like, the big clump of, like, words looked, right? Like, that was kind of interesting.
A pretty picture.
But yeah, I don't think it has anything on like the artwork in picture books.
Ooh, Sergey, that is sneaky beaky. He let Shox pass. Shox wasn't even looking at him as well. Sergey could have just shot him in the back of the head, but playing it safe, right? Not wanting to even take the fight, wanted to get away with a gun, and he will. It's a small victory for ENCE in an otherwise sea of regret as Vitality sit 4-1 up, and ENCE only field a single rifle in this round. Sergey, where's he gone? Alone in the B-bomb site right now. And that's probably a good spot, right? If Vitality hit B, you have your best chance of winning it. If they don't, then you can save this again for another round. And, well, Vitality... We know they have those B plays up their sleeve. That's what's so good about this T side, is right now we're just seeing very slow, methodical gameplay from Vitality, but at any point when they start to feel confident, when they start to feel like they have ENCE conditioned, they can just throw in one of these really quick mid to B plays or fast cat it, throw a player into CT spawn like RPK and then just drop back and take B. You know, loads of ideas on this Vitality side that we've seen on Dust 2. So right now things are just very standard, and as they should be, as they rid the round of these ecos. I say that though, pistol kills coming through, ENCE finding something. If Vitality avoid this, they will be able to win the round, but they will be able to also give guns over. Sunny is going to be able to get himself an upgrade and a chance to make this round expensive. A single kill would do that, and now he can do more. Shox is gone. Taiwu planting and RPK covering from the window, but he's not looking to play aggressively. Sunny's coming in from the tunnels. This will be the last thing Vitality expect, but right now they cleared out middle. That's a big play for Vitality. Huge risk, huge reward. Now they can play in the middle area, watching the tunnels. Taiwu is posted, and Sunny, he's going to need a pre-fire one tap on the left eye peak. I'm not holding out for it, but let's see.
He might force the man out into the open at least, but it's the whereabouts of RPK. The molly actually burns Zaiwu out. However, RPK, the cheeky man, drops the molly into the site. It wasn't actually on the bomb. I thought it was. I think he just misunderstood where it was planted for, but it doesn't matter. There wasn't enough time for Sunny anyway. He does, however, want to get this AWP. He's hoping that the bomb is blowing it his way. However, it has not, and so no AWP save today. Vitality up to this commanding lead. Kind of what we expected here on Dust. It felt like Mirage had to be a lock-in for ENCE if they wanted to take this series all three, at least when you consider how good Vitality have looked on this map as of late.
It did feel nice with the map pool, though, at least going into this series, the fact that both teams play both maps, right? And ENCE certainly can and will play Dust 2, so, you know, they should be able to put up a fight, but right now, it's not the strong start that ENCE showed us on Mirage that fell apart. It's a quick beginning for Vitality and a 5-1 lead that might get broken as Yampy breaks his wrist with the flick. It's going to snap back to RPK and retreat to the B bomb site. Split 2-2 at ENCE. So Vitality, they have two on twos. That's a lot of twos. And well, they're going to be making their way up towards the A site with them. Alu flashed off. Oh, he doesn't take the shot, but he is going to have a chance at renegotiating the angle. Zaiwu posted, and Alu flash past his position. Zaiwu's going to take it. Shox tagging Alu to slow him down midair. That molly is good, but Zaiwu, he knows now where that player is, and he's going to hunt him down to the ends of the earth. Smoke on the site. Zaiwu wants a fight, and he might just get it, but not the way he wanted. Yampy taking him down, and Shox dinks immediately with a bomb. Oh dear. Oh no, it's just not happening. Sergey finds the damage. Yampy gets a kill with a pistol, and that's going to be the round taken by ENCE. They do it. Despite that 2-on-2 going the way of Vitality initially, it's the rotates that are the biggest problem. Alu getting messed around with on the long side of things, trying to hold that catwalk. Good utility from Vitality there to flash back into the fight. So I was waiting for a mid pick, but you can notice that player in mid. Yampy's only watching for the top right side of mid. He might peek late. He often does this, just hold for this angle and then go towards a suicide spot, but right now, he's just being patient and waiting. We'll see if things change. Yampy now considering lower as well, so not even going to go for it. Safe decision. Don't give ENCE a disadvantage early in this round. Re-smoke on long will pull Alu back to watch catwalk. Yampy's now lost control of middle, so they need to be aware of the chance of Vitality of setting up towards that A bomb site.
Smoke drop to allow this cross up onto the catwalk. While this AWP has been firing off in mid, Alu waits patiently with his in the drop-down spot. Gets that shot off, but doesn't find a connection. And Vitality pumping the brakes, but albeit briefly, they go back towards long, looking to split. this A bomb site. And with a 3-man stack over towards B right now, a pretty heavy lean towards this side of the map, it falls to Aerial and Alu to try and give this A site the protection it needs.
Ooh, that's a spray and a half, though. The bomb's been removed, and the round might follow as well. He's going to flash up for Alu as the players come up cap. As I was here late on long with a trade, comes at a cost of 90 health, a dink damage. Oh, what? RPK? Can he even see him? The kill feed doesn't suggest, but RPK with a 1 bullet to Alu. Zywoo needs to throw this bomb across. He's 10 health. He could die to a bullet. It's 10 seconds. You need to go, Zywoo. You got to commit. You got to cover your team. And now Sergey's dropped shocks trying to retrieve that package. It's just not happening. Zywoo had to cross, and that cast smoke didn't really provide all too much help, nor cover here for Vitality. Bit of a mess. Maybe not reading the clock. And ENCE, they're going to pick it up. That being said, like if Zywoo tries to jump across there, he probably dies as well. So there's no easy way out of that round. But yeah, I mean, what else can you do? Look at this. What? Huh? Oh, okay. It faded for RPK, as it often does for a player sitting inside the smoke. We see Rain do that for FaZe, where he sits in that smoke and watches CT for a long rotation. Right now, Vitality have broke those, so ENCE finally getting in control of this game.
Getting pressured by these Glocks, but it's not really going to crumble just yet. Does get dinked on the repeat, but both these AWPs fighting their way into mid could present a bit of a problem if they do go down. However, Holly will keep Vitality out of the mid area. There's a path up through short right now, though, and they're going to be allowed this bomb plant at the very, very least. This is a full eco round from Vitality, and we're into a 3-on-3 with the bomb planted. They're now in a good spot to try and do some damage here. With Yampi tagged up earlier on, there is a shot that you could convert this, but a lot of it is going to rely on whittling down this clock and forcing ENCE into some fights that they just don't want to take. This MP9 could do a hell of a lot. Apex finding another. Once again, quick reminder, full eco round for Vitality. It's Glocks besting ENCE in this round. Oh dear, the Glocks have done it.
Aerial, man, he fired like 110 bullets. I didn't even know the A1S had that many bullets in his mag, and he can't hit that player hiding behind the barrels on the site. Great round from Shocks and Co, though. That post plant above Catwalk, often checked, often the shadow gives you away, but right now for Vitality, it's going to win them an eco, Harry. Like you say, that is despicable. That should not be happening. Alu's on a glass orb. Yampi can't afford his, and so it's back to rifles with limited, if any, utility here for ENCE. No kits either. Retake potential off the board, off the cards. Nice shot for Alu. They try and chase him down, this Yampi close in middle, but already they've rid him of the round. Yampi doesn't get checked, he trades, and now there's an AWP drop behind him. If he can get out of here alive, he can get away with one, but he'd rather take it away from the enemies instead. Finding Zywoo and traded by RPK. The bomb's on Cat, and Shocks will grab control back of it. Will they bail at B, or will they just commit with the play? This is a good call. Aerial's on the long flank, they don't realize, but all that's going to do is give them an empty A site.
Once again, this A site being a bit of a problem now. The rotations are thick and fast in through Catwalk. However, Shocks is already on the angle. And now with 2 sets of nades coming through, he knows that both players are there, but the shot does connect. RPK, however, the tank takes it into his own hands. And we'll find the 7th round on the board for Team Vitality. Things go from bad to worst here for ENCE, because now their money has run out, Hugo. It's likely just going to be pistols for them in this round. Should be ENCE moving even further into the lead. The Vitality moving even further into the lead, rather.
Words are hard, man. Especially names. ENCE, they have set heavy in middle, right? Bit of a cat play for 2, but 3 on the left side of mid. They're going to burst mid with this flashbang from Sunny. He's jump spotting. Now lining it up, ready to go. Waiting for Vitality to take some mid-control first, and Apex finally does, but he takes the kill with it. Oh, through the door, Apex. Any more? RPK is going to try and assist from lower, doing some damage, and, well, Shocks will steal the kill away. Apex with his 3rd, and boy, oh boy, this flashbang found very little value for ENCE as they get picked up 1 by 1. And, I don't know, they set up for, like, a mid-crunch, but they just give Apex these individual fights. And I feel like ENCE could have just, you know, after losing that first man-up Catwalk, they could have just tucked in, waited for Vitality to get close, and then just thrown the flash and burst. But they give the AWP a lot of room to move, and Apex a lot of individual battles. It doesn't matter though, it's an eco, and now we come back in with double ores for ENCE. This has been a bit of a shining star for them, but will it show up in this round?
Yampi's at least going to be available with it for a speedy rotation over towards this B site, and that is where Team Vitality are kind of leaning towards right now. They've got Shox up on Catwalk, and he's looking to keep the attention of ENCE at this A bomb site, and also maybe look to drop CT, coming on a bit of a lurk, but I imagine they're just going to use him to cut off these rotations in mid. Yampi delivering one, but Apex and Masuta immediately open up with the kills needed. And already, if you're looking at this from the ENCE side, this is a save, right? Yeah. You don't want to go for this 3-on-4.
And this is what I mentioned earlier as well. Sorry to cut you off. It's like, you know, Vitality, they've been just going for A every round, and we haven't even seen these fast B plays. Like, ENCE haven't had any idea of what, you know, what trickery, what trouble that Vitality can present them with B. And anyone who knows us too knows how much of a problem this map is for CT defense. Like, Vitality, they just rush, they trade, they win the round. That's it, 2 kills. And they can do that. They can just keep doing that, Harry. That's the issue. Like, oh, Dust 2, man. It can be brutal at the best of times. ENCE are running out of chances. Not so easy after all.
Bit of a rough scoreline, isn't it? 9-3. Not really showing any signs of stemming the bleeding here for ENCE either. Aerial this time boosted fast onto Catwalk is going to open up, and immediately, right, the decision is made. Okay, we take one away, we run. We hide, and we take this 5-on-4. We're going to play passively back within these sites and really make Vitality work to get back into this round.
If there's one thing Vitality are ready to do, it's work to get back into this round. A man down right now up on the catwalk with a long lurk and Shox. No util for him. He's all out of the fight. Blocked smoke. Oh, no, that's going to cut Vitality off. They've just got to go through at this point. Screw it. Let's commit, they say, as the flash goes over the top. Alu gets blinded on the second time around, but not for long enough. He fires off, finds Masuta. Any more for Alu? Of course, he's got 2. Won't be ready for ZywOo being this deep. And so that's 1 frag the way of Vitality, but 1 is all they have in this round. That bomb still dropped, and they need to go back for it. Yampi won't let them. Shox in middle. No long pushes come through, and no kills have presented themselves. He's going to run up Cap very loud about it, and well, he will meet a man on the other side. Shox. Quick deletion of Yampi from this round, but the trade is there, and ENCE are able to put 4 on the board. This CT side can be recovered after all. It's not over till it's over, and ENCE know that fact. Some nice play shots from Alu's AWP. Maybe that can give them the confidence they need to get back in control.
Real able to open up this round again with the man advantage for ENCE. It's him once more, striking an early man from the tally, and it's the same man, same situation. 4-on-5 again for Team Vitality. This time though, a bit of a difference. They set up down here in the lower tunnels and start to migrate in towards B. Now Masuta and Shox throwing in this utility, and this time Shox is going to attempt the CT drop down. He gets in, but gets spotted by the player at B. That was Sergey getting that information. The rest of Team Vitality splitting in through middle, fast as they can get it. The flashes go in, and RPK opening up with the double. Yampi and Sergey both get deleted. Shox was still lurking down here in CT. Now, him falling has given over a 3-on-3, and ENCE, they're definitely tempted now, right? If that kill hadn't come through, that just wouldn't have been the case. Over here in the tunnels, immediately shut down by Masuta, and now it might be back to that save call once again.
ENCE had, Vitality had 3 mollies in this round in the post part. They just cycled molly after molly in the window, and right now ENCE can't even get back into the round, rather. Sunny tries to flank tunnels, but Vitality, they miss their flashback, and they still just delete him from the round. Lovely stuff from Mizuta and co. It's going to be 10 for Vitality, and 1 left of the half for ENCE to really find anything here. 10-5 is not going to be feeling too pretty for ENCE, but it's all they can do. And even then, it might not be attainable. Vitality, they're rocking the board. They've got the money. Look at these entries from RPK. Things are just lining up right now for them. And this is a confident Vitality that I would not want to be on the other end of. Double AWP down mid, taking those fights. ZywOo's going to rush long for his spawn, but Shox will be covering the cross. There's nothing seen, and smoke it as usual. And the smoke on long. ZywOo doesn't care about your utility. Apex tagged up on Cat again. Can't afford to go down early, but he'll run right out middle here, trying to get some information, trying to work out the setup maybe of ENCE. And, well, he dies, but he at least knows that both Alu on Cat with the AWP and a man in the middle remain.
Once again, Vitality just leading back towards this B site. Now, Yampy aggressing into the tunnels. This could make or break this round. With that shot missing, his timer expires. RPK dropped on the entry. And now ZywOo coming in with a cat lurk with the AWP. This is really not the most conventional position for ZywOo to be in. But when does this man ever do anything by the book? He's going to try and come in through CT. Now, Aerial is keeping an eye on this very idea. And the shadow might have been seen there, but no, ZywOo down from the catwalk. Cat-like reflexes as well. He bounds in with another. Sergey rotating up through short side. Now Alu is going to shut down ZywOo. 2 on 3 now for ENCE to round out this first half of play. Trying to get in, but a shot from Shoxy followed up by Mizuta. Team Vitality, they 11 for the half. They get this one very much in their favor. They're looking to close it out in 2. Can they get the job done? You're going to have to join us after a quick break to find out.
I remember days that we spent. I remember time that we made. Thinking on the day that we met. Hope you know I'm glad that we waited. Can't forget those walks in the cold, long drives into nowhere. Tell me how it feels when I hold you tight like we don't care. I'll come whenever you call. I'll run right into your arms, oh, hold on whenever you fall. 'Cause you changed me, ooh, you changed me. I remember days that we spent. I remember time that we made. I'm thinking on the day that we met. Hope you know I'm glad that we waited. Can't forget those walks in the cold, long drives into nowhere. Tell me how it feels when I hold you tight like we don't care. I'll come whenever you call. I'll run right into your arms, oh, hold on whenever you fall. 'Cause you changed me, ooh, you changed me. I'll come whenever you call. I'll run right into your arms, oh, hold on whenever you fall.
Welcome back to Vitality ENCE. 11-4 of the first half, and Vitality a map up in this series. They've got to be feeling pretty damn confident, if I can say so myself. ENCE, on the other side of things, not feeling as safe and secure in this series. P250 is coming through in this pistol round, and an Xbox smoke as well landing. Vitality going to flash into middle and try and cause a ruckus.
Sharks flashed into short side, but ultimately ENCE winning this out. Narrowly so, but they do. They're in a 3-on-2 and barreling up through Catwalk now.
Oh dear.
Apex, there's the first. Ooh, I don't know, they're all right now. It's Apex holding on, just clinging on for dear life. Sergey does deal with him. Is he going to be ready for Masuta? Fast up through Rapid certainly looks like it, but the aim punch, oh, he does get a handle back on it. Gets that P2 under control.
He hits the lottery ticket there, Harry. That was luck for Sergey. Obviously, he's aiming in the right place, but that aim punch has just RNG'd his bullets, and he still lands the headshot. Obviously, great work from Sergey, but relying a little bit on his good fortune, and that has kept ENCE in this game. Without that pistol round, I think Vitality would have just steamrolled the series, but now ENCE have a chance to show us what they've got on this T side, and maybe involving a bit of B play as well as they run right towards the tunnels. This is pretty standard, setting up for a pick. If Vitality give you a kill by facing this tunnels, then ENCE will rush. If they don't, then ENCE won't rush. And, well, Vitality have given them a kill. So here are ENCE moving forward. They're actually not going to commit. Only 2 players here now. That third is dropped lower and setting up a mid to B. So it's going to be the B play for ENCE, but they're doing it calculated, playing the percentages, Harry, as Vitality have to deal with this. Masuta, nice first shot, but he goes wide, and that's where the AK sits back and relaxes. It doesn't matter. Masuta, if he didn't push there, he would have gotten shot from window anyway. So it's an ENCE round by the looks of things, as Vitality likely just have to save these SMGs.
If ENCE wanted to make this comeback happen, this is the start they needed. They get this conversion on the board. They keep the round nice and clean. ENCE aren't over yet here on the Realms of Dust 2. It's a 6th round on the board, and with just these saved weapons brought forward for Vitality, it should be a 7th waiting right around the corner for ENCE, or at least you would hope. But that said, we've seen Vitality get things done with these vanilla pistols over on the T side, and this time they've got even more than that. So I don't know if I'm ready to write this one off just yet.
Yeah, I think assuming is a danger in a series like this. But, you know, Vitality really don't have a lot to play with here, and ENCE are going to keep their rifles alive, so it would be a big mistake to let this one slip through your fingers if you're ENCE. Flash on ZywOo. We've got that mid play for Vitality. 3 crossing towards B. They might just push up a dark, and I kind of like that idea, right? Clear it out early, you know, a huge bit of information, and even if it's not clear, you get gunfights. Oh, nice shot. Man, Shoxy is warm today. Alu's watching lower, and he doesn't realize they're pushing, but a missed shot has given him the warning he needs. He's just going to smoke it off and let them get control. Even shooting as the smoke blooms, finds Masuta. Is there the gun from the body of Yampi? I wonder. Shox has found it, and he will run away with that weapon. ZywOo on the site has to deal with a long take now, and 3 with a bomb are in tow.
Oh, ZywOo with his deagle. Good for 1. But that is it for him. Now up close to this smoke is this MP9 on the back of Apex. No flash to get him through, so he tries to run the gauntlet dry, and that's a decision he comes to regret. Sergey's really starting to come to life in this second half of play. Jox is going to get out the round with an AK at a bare minimum, but it is that 7th being found here for the ENCE squad. They're not really keen on hunting Shox, right? They don't want to find themselves in this horrible situation where you've gotten off to a nice start and then Vitality get 1 round and then you're back to pistols. So they really do try and just solidify the money here. And now they'll do that by keeping 3 players alive. You even have the option for the AWPs to come out in full force here for the side of ENCE moving into this first buy round. Now ZywOo, I saw that he was saving some extra cash in that force buy in the 2nd round. So he's going to be looking to don his as well, and he will bring it out here. We get to see this head-to-head of Alu and ZywOo continue.
Ooh, Diamond shot not connecting. Vitality get a safe double B cross for the man in the middle as well. It's Apex. Vitality giving it long, and luckily for them, ENCE aren't interested. Ariel, we might just go straight through mid, but no, with the Xbox smoke climbing up the catwalk, and that's where RPK is right now. Apex has commed all this information. He's heard the jump up, so RPK should be very prepared for a player in this position. And flashed forward, he tries to take a fight, but it's a headshot angle. ZywOo nails it with the AWP. Of course he does! ZywOo with 2, smoke down at his feet, and Vitality cordoned off ENCE from that A-bomb site, at least for now. There's a man out long, that's Sergey. That might tempt ENCE to go towards A, but they've got mid control as well, so where will the penny fall here for the Finns?
Oh, Vitality. They've decided to stack very heavily with a crossfire in mid, and this leaves ZywOo, the lone gun, inside of this A site. He will have support available from Apex eventually. And actually, I like this decision. Right now, Masuda's pushed the upper tunnels. He gets the information that it's clear. Apex is holding on to mid, and he actually starts to push forward himself. Now, is he getting a little too deep for his own good? He somehow finds a 1-for-1 there, and I think that's great for Apex to have been able to accomplish that. That's enough in and of itself. Alu gets brought down very low at catwalk. Nade could seal his fate. Alu versus ZywOo in this little mini 1v1 at the A-bomb site, but Alu wants to go toe-to-toe with the rest before he tries to face the best. And Shocks, well, he will rear his head up. Deals with Alu on the catwalk. 12 on the board for Vitality, and a double AWP was available, but not saved forward.
Yeah, Shocks there chose the AK over it, right? And that you know, he's not even asking anyone. He doesn't care what Vitality think. He just wants to play with the AK. And at this point, I don't blame him. 12-7. Alu's back on the AWP. Sunny's on a dig, and ENCE's money is about to be drip dry after this round if they don't get at least a bomb plant. But really, they're hoping for a victory here. Vitality getting their first in the CT side. ZywOo's up on catwalk. And aggressively so as well. He's not getting flashed out. He's just holding an off angle, waiting for these players to peer through. But Alu might have spotted him there on that jiggle. All the missed shot. And ZywOo gets a second chance in this round. He gets an extra life. He is going to be thankful for that one as he drops towards mid and tries to fight up on Cat from this side. It's a good idea. Alu waiting, and ZywOo nails the shot. Dear, oh dear. For Alu, he had one opportunity, and with a miss, he will lose his life. B push again, and Mizuta, man, the confidence, the risk involved with that kind of play with a man advantage, and he not only drops a bomb, but gets out safely as well. Doesn't look to control it, as Vitality have all the advantages in this round. They can make ENCE work for it. Yampi's going to fall back off catwalk as that smoke lands, and a safe decision for the man on the site not to overface, because his long flank is coming through, and it can confirm this round for Vitality, 2 for RPK. It doesn't really get much harder than this if you're ENCE. So 1-5 for Yampi in his debut tournament for ENCE. Let's get the first. Count him out of this one. Double cat flank, one on the site, it's ZywOo, but that is the man of the hour here for Vitality, the man that is so hard to get past, Yampi. Gonna move into position. Apex has joined ZywOo. And even a jiggle just a centimeter too far could end his life. The flash is good, it forces the fight, and Apex will trade things, or not even trade, just get away with a kill. Vitality, 13-7. Things are looking pretty damn good for the Frenchman, if I say so myself, and 3 away from a 2-0 series today. I would, of course, put Vitality 2-0 up in this group. So definitely of good value here, considering their last game of the group would be Na'Vi. Of course, Vitality have already played Na'Vi, I forgot. It's been a long day. They played them in the opening match where Na'Vi took that 2-1 victory, so this would at least be Vitality going 2-1 up, rather. Still a score to be proud of, as is the one in this game. Full eco for ENCE. They can't afford a thing. It's back to Glocks.
Not expecting much from this round, Hugo, if I'm being honest. Would be pretty sick, though. Kind of around for ENCE to try and come up with solutions and try and test this this setup for Vitality. Try and piece together exactly how they want to approach it in this follow-up round. In this one, going to come down to a cat play by the looks of things. And this is pretty common in these Glock rounds, right? Like B tunnel, it's a real funnel and a real choke point. So you do just get mowed down. Cat, you have a bit more freedom of movement. You can try and isolate that one fight in the site. But even then, you know, I'm being very optimistic. Let's see if these Glocks can accomplish anything. ZywOo, he's pretty happy about this. He's got a bit of a shooting gallery, but he does fall off from long. And that's the site given over. A bomb plant looking to come through, but it gets denied by Apex. Coming up the ramp, him and RPK, they combine for 4 kills between them. And they also deny the plant to ENCE. So even though they get up into the site, they have the chance. They don't actually get that bomb plant. Would have loved the extra money, but they don't get that now. And you see the difference it would have had. It would have allowed for an AWP to come out in this round here. No, that's not the case. So Ali relegated down to this AK. Still attempting to hit a player on the mid-cross. His old habits die hard.
The kill distribution for Vitality is great, right? Like everyone's between like 3, apart from Mizuta, who's just been really sitting back on B and relaxing. Well, right now he needs to have his wits about him, but he's actually on long this round with the AK. It's Shock solo B and a man dead from lower early on. That's Apex. So a B play for ENCE. Shock's wanting to put a stop to it. How many will he get? He's given away his position and wasted some ammo here. He's not going to have many chances to reload with ENCE about to burst his bomb site. They waiting for a pick before they commit. Sunny's trying to fake up on A right now. Push back that cat play, but the grenade is great, and RPK drops off the back of it. Shox now needs to stop this rush rather, and ZywOo is flashed out. Shox hiding. They haven't seen him. They think this site's clear, and Shox finally going to get dealt with. Takes a peek. Aerial deals with him. The team flash from ZywOo not really working in his favor, and that molly won't stop the plant either. It will push Sergey out, and oh no, that is despicable from ZywOo. It's not going to matter.
3-on-3, yeah, they're going to decide to save. So much time ticked off the bomb, and with the other 2 players so far away, Vitality, they decide it's not worth it, despite the even odds. They want to hold on to what they've got into this follow-up round. Really playing the long game on this one, our Vitality, because that's the thing, their money's fine anyway. Even if they attempted this, they'd be buying, but they're just focusing on trying to deny the comeback to ENCE while looking to secure this victory smartly. And they know, right, that if they kind of gift ENCE the ability to take charge of the money in this matchup, there's still a chance. So they do everything in their power to stop that. Round on the board for the Finns. We get to see the replay of that from Sergey's perspective. That is just despicable. That is despicable. That's not a kill that you should ever be finding. Ever. And not in the fashion that ZywOo just did it.
Well, they'll take it. Even though it has very little consequence for the match, it's certainly a flashy one. 14-8 up though, Vitality just 2 away from this victory and a double B setup, holding the tunnels. Look at ENCE. They are so grouped, man. Not even trying to push players off of the catwalk this time. Sunny, he's having a rough game, but he got naded last round on Cat. He's going to go back to it, but there's no one here. So there's not really a lot that he can sell or he can fake. He can throw grenades, but, you know, Apex ain't moving anytime soon, buddy. Sunny's going to run right through the middle. Oh, he doesn't check it, and, well, he continues his streak of bad luck. Mizuta shutting down 2. Apex with 1. Shox in the back of the site. Can't find a kill, but Apex certainly can. And now it's all down to Alu up against 14. Smoke in the door. He has the bomb, but he's trying to cross, and, well, that won't get allowed. Apex spams the door and finishes the round. It's 15 to Vitality, and this just feels like an inevitable victory for them. ENCE only 1 round away from defeat in this series. It'll be their first loss of the group. They managed to take down Na'Vi yesterday, which is shocking now that we look at this result. It bodes the question, you know, where are Na'Vi right now, right? We're going to get a lot of answers later on with their game versus NIP. You know, the fact that they beat Vitality, they lose to ENCE, but Vitality beat ENCE. I mean, that you know, that food chain, that circle of life, it continues, Harry. Counter-Strike is never as clear as, oh, this team is better than that team, which is better than that team. You know, different styles can affect different teams. Vitality right now, they are well and truly in the lead.
It all comes down to this, the 5-man long play. See if ENCE can keep the party rolling here on Dust. Ariel's going to get run boosted round, and he sees that the site is clear. But is it really clear? That's the question you have to ask. There's a man like ZywOo floating around here, and he's looking to put some numbers up.
What?
Somehow no shot connects there. I don't know. ZywOo feels like he got cheated out of a kill, but let's see if he can make up for it. The answer is no. However, RPK Cat at least brings this back into a somewhat doable round now for Masuta. 1v2, but with Alu still now with this open hand set up at the crossroads to watch. Masuta moving into the open. Tricky for Masuta. Molotov burns Sergey out and gives him that one-on-one, but Alu's able to trade from the card. 9 on the board now for ENCE. The long play works wonders.
That's a really good decision for Alu as well, right? When he sees the fact that, you know, firstly, he knows where Masuta is coming from, but Masuta is throwing util on the site. Alu, instead of just sitting back in pit and waiting for the bomb, and trying to play the tap, right? He forces the fight. He kills Masuta before he gets comfortable because Masuta just has to rush the site after that kill. And maybe there's a world where he has a smoke and he sticks to the bomb. So Alu denies any chance of that happening, rather. And, well, it keeps ENCE in this series, but only by the skin of their teeth. This buy, again, lacking. Double Galil and a Mac-10. Alu does have armor on his orb. And if anything, the Vitality money is starting to run dry as well. So if ENCE get this 10th round, they can really start to rock together some T-side rounds and break Vitality's economy.
Here. He looks like it. Down into CT he goes, but they are holding for it. They were meant to be split in mid, but Masuta has just saved the day. How has this happened? This was a 5-on-4, and ENCE were looking to get all set up. They were getting ready. They were feeling good, and now they really don't. Masuta with a double. However, in doing so, he'd rotated away and left this B site open, right for the taking now. ENCE moving on in. With a 2-on-4, still overwhelming odds stacked against them. And ZywOo holding this cross. He's going to try and peek into it. The shot is baited out from Sunny, but Alu doesn't connect it. Masuta with the tunnels flank should have this one dead to rights, and indeed he does. It's the young gun for Vitality to get this one